This is April's Scrawlrbox. They're nearly on time now. Usually I get these the beginning of the next month. So it's May right now. It's the beginning of, what is it? Well, I'm filming this on the 10th. Is it the 10th today? Yeah, I'm filming this on the 10th. So this is about the time I get the Scrawlrboxes. Usually I get them like the first week of the next month. So we're getting on track now. So yeah, so let's open up this bad boy and let's see what is inside the April 2021 Scrawlrbox. Oh man, I don't have a good feeling about this. All right, let's open up this and see. Okay, I'll put the menu aside, but we have a sticker and it is very pretty, I must admit. Okay, so this is looking a little less terrifying because I just seen it's watercolor. Oh my god! Okay, I've just gone from like that sick sinking feeling up to like just absolute like, oh my god, I'm gonna have a great time hopefully. Alright, so what do we have here? We have a West Design Chinagraph pencil. Looks like it's black. It's got to be sharpened. It's for films, plastics, china, and glass. Okay. All right. And we have the same thing, but in white. So, we have one of these damn fine bits of technology right here, which is one of these brushes that you fill with water, and I have a love-hate relationship with. So that's a Derwent one. What's this? Got distracted by the candy. So we have a Swizzles Great British Puds Lemon Meringue. Alright. How many calories has this got in it? Does it say? No, it doesn't. Alright. I'm not gonna wait for my cheat day and let's just hook in now, eh? Mmm. That is nice. Very subtle lemon. So we have, oh my god. I'm just gonna get distracted again for a moment. What are you doing? Are you being very cute? You're becoming a regular on my Scrawlrbox videos, puppy boy. Because you're so damn cute. What are you doing? Back to the paints now. So we have 6 Rowney Aquafine watercolor tubes in ultramarine blue dark, alizarin crimson hue, Chinese white, Booker's green dark, lemon yellow, and raw sienna. Let's throw this at the boy. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh boy, no. Are you devoured? Are you devoured? I'm sorry. Couldn't help myself. You're too cute. You're just gonna lie with it? Is it your new friend? Okay. Alright, so we have the Scrawlrbox with all the goodies and everything and all the there. Oh, I've just jumped the queue. Let's have a look at the featured artist, shall we? And that is cute. That's adorable. Wow, so we've got Camilla Gardner is the featured artist. And there are her social medias if you want to go and check out her work. And so there is more of her work right there. So she obviously does a lot of animal stuff and yeah. So that'd be pretty cool. And yeah, I'll be reading that later for some tips, obviously. Can never have too many tips. And we have some A5 watercolor paper, which is 300 GSM. It's cold pressed. There is 8 sheets and it's the Scrawlrbox brand. So some thick paper. And we have not a bad texture right there. So very exciting. So we'll put the box aside and we won't throw it this time to upset the boy. Already upset him enough. I'm gonna have to clean my palette. That's what I'm gonna have to do because that is filthy. Actually, we need that Scrawlrbox back now. Alright, so this thing is black and it's soft. And it feels like a oil pastel, feels like an oil pastel pencil. Obviously white's not gonna show up as great, but once again, very smooth, like oil. It's obviously oil based. I'm liking the fact that I've got the watercolors, then we've got like, this is gonna act as a liner and then this is gonna act as the white highlights, like on my white gel pen. So that's good. I'm happy with that. All right, so now we just, hey, holy shit, that one just burst out of there. I'll put the lid back on, don't wanna waste it. Oh my God. I don't know if you saw that, but geez. Oh God, that one's coming out too. Hey! Put the lid back on. Ah! Let's fill this up. I'll go fill this up. I think I've filled it up way too high. Yes, I did. And it's dripping everywhere. Obviously, white isn't gonna show up. These are definitely nice watercolors. They're going on quite nice. I don't think I have any Rowney watercolors, or do I? Shit, I don't even know. That one palette that I got years ago in a Scrawlrbox might be Rowney. I'll have to go and have a look. I think it is actually. Yeah, the colors that I would not pick. And this green is foul. But I suppose I'm just gonna, you know, mix these two together and voila! We have a monster green. Green that I can get behind for sure. But like always, we can always, you know, see, mix the colors together to get different colors. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem at all. So, yeah. Mix these two to get an orange. Happy days. The Scrawler challenge is birds of a feather. So we draw birds. I don't know, I struggle to draw birds. So I think what I'll do is I will draw a bird, obviously, for this one. What kind of bird, I don't know. I'm gonna have to sit down and work that out, to be honest with you. I'm not scared, you know, I'm not scared at all. Sometimes a limited color palette is actually better for you. Then you don't get so confused about what to do, really, what colors to use. So yeah, I can do a monster green, I can do some shitty browns if I want to do that. I've got like a reddy color there, if I want to add a bit of blood, you know, get a bit this box is gonna be okay. I'm feeling alright because I'm in my comfort zone here. Which I'm happy about, even though I don't use tubes. Not a big fan of using tube watercolors. I prefer them to be in pans, and if they come in tubes, I squeeze them into pans. This is really good. So I've got like my palette ready, I've got all the colors in there, they're not gonna dry out, and if they do, I can reactivate them. Oh, I'm laughing, like this is a good time. You asked me what I do for a good time, and this is it. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the theme. I'm gonna do a bird, but I don't know what kind of bird. I'm gonna go away, I'll think about it for a little bit, then I'll come back and I'll tell you guys my idea. And I'll tell you what, this little boy, he don't care about my ideas. He is just sleeping next to the Scrawlrbox paper that I threw at him. He don't give a damn. All right, let's finally get to this box. It is now June and I am tackling this because I'm so far behind in everything. So let's see what we can do today with this April box. So it's birds of a feather. So I actually had an idea for this, and it's gonna be quite disturbing, I feel. And I still have my palette, believe it or not. I haven't used this because of this reason. I kept the colors of the watercolors in here and decided not to use this palette until I have done this video. So I've still got all the colors here on this side. I think it's just those three, that one, and that one, is it? The idea I have is a bird. I'm actually going to draw a bird because I am not real good with birds and I want to try and tackle a bird. Now, I have since thrown the Scrawlrbox out, so I've got nowhere to sharpen this. Geez, I'm really organised today, aren't I? That's alright, I found the old cathartic box. That'll do for shavings. So I'm going to, the idea I have, I think this is gonna work. Got my hairdryer on standby. That's what you guys don't see in my videos, is the hairdryer. I cut that part out of all my videos because who wants to see that? Thought that I have, I'm sort of just trying to work out how this is probably gonna work. I think landscape's gonna be okay for this. All right. How about I just surprise you guys? Just surprise yous. It was actually really cool on my last video that I did with the India ink pens and I did the robots. Scrawlrbox actually sent me a message saying that that was awesome. So let's see if I get featured in the magazine, in the Scrawlerzine, I should say. But all I can say is this one definitely is not gonna make the Scrawlerzine. Go up like that. So what it is I'll tell you, it's a vulture head. It's a vulture. And what I'm gonna do is, it's gonna be a little bit munted. Surprise! What does a vulture look like? I better get a reference. Oh yeah, I want him as ugly as possible. Here we go, look at this bat boy, he grows. Is it just me, or do vultures real? I personally think when Dark Crystal was made, the Skeksis were modelled after vultures. They had to have been. We're kind of doing a 3/4 pose, are we? Not good with 3/4 poses. I really do suck at this. So I've got to try and like really get this right. Round it off. Sort of like that. I don't think that's high enough. Wait a sec, I need another angle. So the eye kind of is like there. If we go like there, they look very, very even. Something just doesn't look right, and I'm trying to work that out. Then do a really big nostril, because I want this thing. This thing is just, like I said, he is munted. He is like a mutant. I draw things way too big. Ugh, I can't stop myself from doing that. Oh, look at this fella. I like him. Actually, I really like his colors, so I might actually use that. So we do some feathers. There is no place for the stick. Oh. No, something's not sitting well with me with this. I actually don't know if I want to include the feathers now. So I might just rub these out. Something's just not, it's just not gelling with me. Okay, I'm actually sort of liking this a bit better now. All right. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to do some really sort of hideous lumps, because you know how much I love putting me warts and lumps on everything. I think that's probably gonna be enough. Maybe we might just add a few on top here on the other side, because obviously they're sort of gonna continue around there. So now the other idea now I have for this is to put some mushrooms and stuff coming out. So I had an idea for coming out of his nose. That's why I sort of wanted the nose to be a bit bigger. So here comes one. So now I want one coming out of the mouth as like, kind of like a tongue. But it's not, it's a mushroom. I want one coming out of here. I'm actually gonna do like a hole here. I'm gonna have like the big boy mushroom coming out of this side to sort of fill in that sort of space there. Then I might just put some saliva. Actually, we might even incorporate some of that salivary sort of black. Do I have black? Oh, I've got a black pencil. Might even just do some of these dripping, some of these mushrooms dripping like the inky caps. I'm happy with that. Obviously, we're gonna have the blue sort of coming up here a bit. So I'm sort of going to try and then push this down into, actually what I might do is I might mix up an orange and make this part orange going down to Oh, I don't have black. I keep thinking I got black, but I'm gonna have to just do the black tips with the pencil. Like I keep thinking that, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this black and this black and this black, and then I realize I don't have black watercolor, but I got a black pencil. I'm hoping it's gonna work. Yeah, then this is gonna be like a pinky color. Obviously his head's gonna be pink. With these lines that I'm gonna do with the black pencil. I might even do some hints of green, like this monster green, I'm thinking. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna do the mushrooms. I don't know if I wanna do them the typical red, because of how close it is to where I wanna do the blood sort of here, but then I suppose it doesn't really matter. I could just mix up a different, so like a darker red for there. And obviously these pussy things, I might make these a little bit green around there with the pink. So yeah, that'll do. Let's just get into it. All right, so I've got my Scale palette full of the colors already. Right, I need to darken that pink up a bit. That's better. Just wanted to tone that pink down because that was getting a little scary. I'm liking how I have really made it so it's like it's different sort of tones with different, like the yellow and all that, sort of bringing that up like that. So I'm really happy with that so far, and I didn't even plan it. I must admit, this brush ain't bad. All right, let's hit it with the first blow dry. Nothing worse than bright colors. All right, let's do this. We've got to do this eye. This eye has to be sort of really red. Like he's fuming. Blow dry number 2. That happy accident went a little too far. He's dead. He's a dead vulture. I've made that color way too much like the beak, so I'm gonna have to add a little bit more pink. Hey, okay, that was too much pink. And I might bring this up here a bit and color that in a bit. With that, I'll squeeze a bit of water down so we get a bit more of a more patchier look. Hairdryer hit number 3. All right, so he's looking pretty munted so far. This is the look I was going for because he's just like this, just zombie. He's dead, He's a horrible thing. We'll just use the finger and smudge this so it looks a bit, so the blood looks a bit brown. So it's, so he looks like he's a bit old because like he's been dead for a while because of all the mushrooms are growing out of his head and stuff. So it's congealed a bit and there's nothing dripping. So that's the look I'm going for. I think I like the fact that this is a bit more pastel-y in here, so I'm gonna leave that because it lets everything else pop out. So, because I've got a really bad habit, as you know, of making everything look like the same color and everything's competing with each other. So I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, another hit, 4th hit, number 5. I think it's time to do the mushies now. Oh, I like that color, I really do. Hit it for the 6th time. Now it is time to add some of the black pencil into some of these and highlight it, line art it. This is very different for me. Yep, not having success with sharpening these pencils. They're breaking. It's gonna be tiny by the time I'm finished with it. Look how many I have in here. They just keep breaking. This pencil's gonna be the size of a pin in a minute. It's wobbly, but we'll try and work with it. I'll smudge this a bit with my finger because I'm not liking that, what I've done there, but making that eye look a little bit darker. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm pissed off with this pencil. It's looking like I'm not gonna finish this piece with this pencil, eh? Look how short it is now. Like, seriously. That is terrible. It hasn't survived the trip to Australia in this box. This is nearly ready to come out. There we go. There we go. She's getting itty bitty now. Look at it. I really need a point. I really need a point. But I'm just not game enough to sharpen this again at the moment. Alright, I'm gonna get brave and I'm gonna sharpen this again. Oh. This is pissing me off. I'm nearly done, but alright, I think I'm done with the black. I think. Now I just got to get this one and we'll just see. Just got to see if this is going to sort of go over some of these areas. So I want this eye a little bit more hazy. And I want to put some highlights on here, which looks like it is kind of doing. It's giving it a bit more of a subtle highlight. Just want to see if I can do some of these mushroom dots with this. No, it's all right, but I wouldn't say it's the best. Like, I could do it with the concentrated white watercolor, but if I did that, what would I use this for? Some white highlights along the top here, because I feel as though it needs that. I think that looks okay. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't think I'm gonna do a background. I think that that's probably quite sufficient. Now I just gotta sign it. That is my final piece that I have done with this April 2021 Scrawlrbox with the challenge being birds of a feather. This is what I came up with. I enjoyed this box. I enjoyed working with them all. It's not something that I would usually do with watercolor, but yeah, is outlining it with the pencil. This thing was a bit disappointing. Look at the size of it now. It just kept breaking, but tape, that's what happens when you got pencils that have got to come from one side of the world to the other. So I didn't think I was gonna make it, but we did it. We did it. So yeah, it's just a vulture and he's been beheaded. That's all it is. And he's got some shit coming he's got some mushrooms growing out of him because he's you know, he's been dead for a while, and yeah, he's very evil looking. So yeah, that is it. So if you want your own Scrawlrbox, I will have a link below on where to get your box. I am not sponsored. I buy these myself, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.